It's another Lick Friday, and this is your lick. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of all this, if you do like this video, then please hit that like button, hit the bell button, subscribe to the channel, because we all know it helps the channel survive. Obviously algorithms and stuff, so it'd be much appreciated if you do those things, so it helps me out, which then in turn helps you out. But there we go. So if you want the tab for this little lesson, then it's up there, linked in the thing, which is dansguitar.com, for the free PDF. Yes, I said it, free. And for those that sort of keep saying, where are the PDFs? Well, they are on lessons and downloads. You can find PDFs on there, which is the sort of pentatonic scales area and scales area in general. And you can also go to the Lick Friday page, and you will find all the Lick Friday information on that page dedicated to Lick Fridays, which is basically this. There you go. So Patreon page is also linked up there. And then hey to everyone that's new, because obviously without you guys, once again, these videos would not survive. So thanks very much for everyone that supports this channel. Now the lick itself, yeah, it's got a nice sort of bluesy vibe to this, although I'm using that guitar. It's definitely got a nice bluesy vibe to it, sort of real kind of deep, sort of rooted bluesy vibe to it, which is very, very nice to play. So the idea behind it is it gives you like a backdrop, if you like, for you guys to kind of go off and do your own thing. So I've put in what would be, I guess, two licks in a sense, where you bend in the second string and the third string on that second fret with a sort of blues curl, and that reoccurs 3 times. Hang on, 1, 2, 3, yeah, 3 times, and then you go into this sort of lick part, which is at the end of the sequence. So it's kind of like an 8-bar blues. Well, it is an 8-bar blues, not kind of, it is. So it's one of those the sort of things where I think you can kind of learn a lot from it and bring in your own element of stuff. So get that main bulk of the riff learnt, and then try and vamp around it. So use the F sharp minor pentatonic over the top of it and really, really let it go to town. So you every now and then come out of the sequence itself, which is basically this. Every now and then come out of that, and you could do things like this. Etc, etc. See my gist? Get my gist? Get the idea? Yeah, cool. So anyway, let's get on with the breakdown. Righto, so breaking this little beast down, it's got such a lovely vibe to it, but I'm sure you'll find it out when you play it. Now there's a couple of ways you can play it. So obviously the main bulk of it is the F sharp, A and B. So that's kind of like your main bulk of it, but what you're ending up with is that. And I'm kind of hybrid picking my way through it, sliding into notes, which gives it the sort of vibe that you want with it, really. So anyway, the breakdown of it is you start off with you're holding the F sharp 5 power chord, which is 2, 4, 4 from that thick string. So you should end up with that sound. Okay, and you're doing the octave of it, so, and then what would be a double stop on the 4 and 4. So it's 2, 4, 2, and then 2 4s together, but holding that chord down as you pick those notes. So, and then you've got the 2nd fret, 2nd string, 3rd string under that 1st finger, and you're gonna give it a slight blues curl, which is basically where you're holding the note and gradually bending it just a quarter of a tone, if that, and then almost at the last point you give it a slight hook before you go into the next note, which is the 4 on the 4th string. So okay, that itself is going to take some doing to get right if you're not used to that kind of technique. So if you wanted to, you could hybrid your way through it, which is what I'm doing, or you can pick your way. Either or, it's entirely up to you with that. So after you've done that first bar, which is what we've just played, you've got, which is the same thing on the first part. Then you're going to slide into the 5th fret, so up to an A5 power chord, and then up to a B5, which is basically the A5 is 577 and the B5 is 799. So okay, again you can sort of plectrum it or hybrid pick it. That is your choice. If you're not used to hybrid picking, then obviously just use the plectrum. Now, once you've done that riff basically 1, 2, 3 times, you're left with this. Okay, again, a nice little lick if you take it on its own, or you can apply it into what we're doing today, which obviously brings it more into that sort of 8-bar blues element. So you're starting with the F sharp note, which is the 2 on that thick string. Then you've got a slide in from the 4th fret up to the 5th, back down to the 4, and then pull off to the 2. This is all on the 3rd string. So, and then it's to the 4 on the 4th string. So, okay. So after you've done that, you're going back to the 2nd fret on that 3rd string with a slight blues curl to the 4, 2 pull off on the 4th string. Sorry, 5th here for 4th, and then it's the 4th fret on that 5th string. So again, just sometimes to give it that pop and punch, I use my finger to strike that string. It's up to you the way you do it though. So just hear that pop as it goes. Just gives it a dynamic that you wouldn't normally get with just using your plectrum. Okay, then you've got the section where it goes, okay, which is basically 4th fret, slide up to the 6th, immediate slide, that one. So holding the 6th down whilst you put your 2nd finger on the 5th fret on the 2nd string. And that was basically 1, 2, sorry, 1, 2, 3, and then you've got a slide down from the 6 to the 4, pulling off to the 2. So it's like, and then to the, you've done this lick before, but onto the 4th fret of that 4th string. So, okay, and that is your lick. So let's play it slow. So 1, 2, 3, 4. go. So breakdown done. Now all that's left to say is thank you for watching this video. Please continue to support this channel by sharing it, hitting the subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and sort of hitting that bell button, and obviously liking the video. So share, like, hit, subscribe. That makes sense, doesn't it? So I appreciate that massively, because it obviously helps this channel move along and ups the stakes within the YouTube pot of stuff that goes into it. So yeah, thanks very much once again. Tabs up there, Patreon page up there, also link below. Nice. Sort of gonna there. See you later.